Hey guys, this is Garn Fan 291, and this is the Coke Vanilla Cup Series, INORL Coke Vanilla Cup Series, race 26 from Richmond. Got a ton of storylines here as we are one race before the chase. You have Danny Everett starting on the pole, Tony Hurd in the chase is starting second. Gene Sanford, who holds the first wild card coming into today's race, is starting fourth. David Byrne has 8th in points, has to finish 22nd or better to clinch a chase spot, no matter what time Pollard does, or anyone else. And Derrickson will be eliminated from chase contention once Daniel Day and William Duncan takes the start. Vito Corleone has to win to have any chance at chase hopes today. Toby Jason out. Daniel Day starting 10th, or rolling off 10th, 13th in the points. And with a win, he is the second wild card. Austin Ogo's already clinched. William Duncan has to beat out Daniel Day by 3 points, or pretty much actually just by a position, to go ahead and take over the second wild card. That's how close it is between number 2 and number 3 in the wild card standings. Eric Byrne, a must-win situation for him. Nick Nauman has to win as well. Kyle Sosnowski, same boat. Time Pollard, 67 points out with no win. Desperate need to go ahead today. Here's command.
Drivers, start your engines.
Steve Pollard comes in 25th in points, but he can still make it because he's only 52 points out of the top 20 with 2 wins. Sky Commons has to finish 27th or better. Aaron Smith has to finish 20th or better today. Jerry Shelley, same boat as David Byrne, 22nd or better. Brian Patterson, almost a must-win. Devin Smith in a big hole as well. Aliana must-win. Jeff James has to finish 15th or better in car number 4. And that's all your chase scenarios. Here we go. Field coming out of turn number 4. And the green flag is out. We're underway. Now with Daniel Day taking the green flag, Alan Derrickson has been eliminated from chase hopes. And I know this camera angle sucks really for like off turn 2 and going into turn 3, but I do like it the best out of all the major camera angles. And here comes Robert Pollard down to the stripe, but Danny Everett will lead lap 1 as we're still under green flag racing. Down the back straightaway they come. Down into turn number 3. Robert Pollard grabs the race lead. John Wilson goes for second. None of the top 3 have any chance of making the chase. All have been eliminated. Actually, top 4 now. Top 5, really. And then you have 6th place Austin Ogo, who has clinched a chase spot. And he's just looking for an extra win for an extra 10 bonus points towards the start of the chase. 3 wide with Gene Sanford. Major chase battle here. Gene Sanford trying to fend him off and is in the middle, 3 wide. Yeah, that's an awesome camera angle right there. Caution flag is out. Devin Smith involved as well as Time Pollard. And John Wilson leads back to the stripe. Charles Sanford's got damage. I don't think Aliane has any, so we'll now take you back to see what happened to bring out the caution. And we're back. Here's what happened. Coming off of turn number 4. A little bit of a 4 wide. Charles Jackson gets into Time Pollard. Around goes Charles Sanford. Aaron Smith, a nice avoidance move. Devin Smith, no damage, so the 16 car escapes some early danger. Time Pollard, though, 11th in the points, 67 points out, not looking good, and he's going to need some help now. That might effectively end his chase hopes, so we'll take you back to the green flag. John Wilson's your race leader. And we're back. As you see, lights are on the pace car. 9 laps complete when they take the green flag. Top 10 is John Wilson, Robert Pollard, Danny Everett, Alan Derrickson, Austin Ogo, Toby Jason, Samuel Ogo, Stephen Lewis, Gene Sanford, and Tony Hurd. We're going to give you a quick update on the guys trying to clinch a chase spot here tonight. First, we'll start. Actually, we'll go in numerical order. So we'll start with Jeff James. He's running 30th. So he's not there. Aaron Smith, 37th. Sky Commons is in 25th. He is doing enough. The 23 is in 39th, and I actually did not go in numerical order because I skipped over David Byrne, who is running 12th. He is doing what he needs to do. So right now, Sky Commons and David Byrne doing enough to lock themselves into the chase here. So far, you see Charles Sanford one lap down with no hood. And we're back underway. John Wilson, your race leader, looking for his, what I believe would be his first win of the year. Looking down here. Yes, it would be his first win. And just bear with me on the camera angle. Sorry, it is the least laggiest and the best camera angle so far that I've had. And just as I say, it's kind of lagging. Robert Pollard leads now, once again, as the top three is able to kind of gap themselves. Danny Everett now trying to fight for second place. Austin Ogo is currently running 4th. Toby Jason going for 5th. Caution flag is out. Michael Hegdahl, Devin Smith, Tom Gerard, Ali Ann, Time Pollard once again, Jerry Shelley, Aaron Smith's got damage, Vitaly Nikolaev, Jake Williams looks good. So heavy damage to Vitaly, Aaron Smith, yikes, Jerry Shelley, oh boy. And the night gets worse for Time Pollard. Wow, Devin Smith got a lot of damage. And he came into the race 4th in the wildcard standing, so he almost needed a win. We'll take you back to see what happened to bring out the caution. We're back. Here's where the wreck starts. You got 3 wide between Michael Hegdahl, Vitaly Nikolaev, and Jeff James. Hegdahl comes out the corner, and Vitaly kind of gets into him. Aaron Smith, Tom Gerard, Jerry Shelley, Ali Ann just nowhere to go, as well as Devin Smith. And then Time Pollard, trying to avoid the pit wall, just slides and gets into the wall once again. And we actually had a little bit of an issue, it looks like, underneath the caution. I know I didn't see Steven in that wreck. And underneath the caution, Tony Hurd turns Steven. Oh, Vito Corleone getting some damage. He was one of the must-win guys. Then a stack up behind him. Eric Byrne turns Charles Sanford. Eric Byrne, another one of the must-wins. Daniel Day just trying to protect his wild card spot and maybe try and get into the top 10. And so with that, we'll take you back to the green flag. Robert Pollard, your race leader. We're back. Field coming down the back straightaway. Michael Hegdahl is now 1 lap down as well, with Tony Hurd, Stephen Pollard III, Vitaly Nikolaev, Devin Smith, and Tom Gerard retired. With the retirement, Devin Smith eliminated from chase contention. The top 10 as we go through turns 3 and 4. Robert Pollard, Danny Everett, John Wilson, Austin Ogo, Samuel Ogo, Toby Jason, Stephen Lewis, Kyle Thomas, David Byrne in the top 10 like he needs to be, and Adam Derrickson in the top 10 as well. You see Kyle Thomas going to the inside. Austin Ogo, not a smart decision here, as we will go to TV1 down the back straightaway, because I almost thought these guys were going to get in the way. No, they won't. At least not yet. Michael Hegdahl shoved up to the outside. I don't like where this is going, and Charles Sanford goes around. David Burden's in it. Huge wreck. Vito Corleone's got damage. Eric Burden now has damage. Looks like Sky Commons is right in the middle of it. Oh my gosh. So Vito Corleone and Eric Burden, two guys who had to win to have any shot, they are knocked out of the running. Gene Sanford's got damage. And underneath the caution, we'll now take you to see what happened in this one. And we're back. Here's what happened. Austin Ogo, coming off the final corner, gets into the lapped car of Charles Sanford. He comes back up the track into David Burden. I see Vito Corleone. Going to go to helicopter. There's Gene Sanford getting her damage. Kind of going to go slow-mo. Amy Shelley was in it. David Burden comes down the track into Eric Burden. Unfortunate. David Burden was running in a spot where he could clinch a chase berth. Daniel Day does a good job working through it. But we will take you back to the green flag. Here is your race leader. And we're back. As you see, we're coming to the green flag. 23 laps will be complete. New retirees, Charles Sanford, Matt Dixon, and Vito Corleone with his retirement will not make the chase or eliminated from chase contention. David Byrne now is the new guy, one lap down. We're coming to the green flag. Robert Pollard, Danny Everett, Austin Ogo, Samuel Ogo, John Wilson, Toby Jason, Kyle Thomas, Amy Shelley, Stephen Lewis, and William Duncan is your top 10. Big jump for Robert Pollard as Danny Everett continues to fight with the lap cars. He now clears them as they go off into turn number 3. Austin Ogo now stuck on the outside. Oh, they're 4 wide! They made it work. Oh, gosh. They got out of that. They're wrecking down the front straightaway, though. You can see the smoke. Jerry Shelley. Aaron Smith's on pit road. And as they come back to the caution flag, Robert Pollard, looking for career win number 2, will take the caution flag with 25 laps complete. So what happened to... We'll take a look to see what happened to Jerry Shelley as Time Pollard's now got even more damage. Eric Burden! Heavy damage. His chase ups, I think, are done. We'll take you back to the we'll take you back to the reason for the caution, and then the Eric Burden wreck. And we're back. Couple damaged cars here in the back making contact. Time Pollard turns Adam Derrickson. We'll see if indeed Time Pollard makes the chase. If that will come back to maybe haunt him with maybe a penalty or something. Pretty sure officials won't like the fact that he makes the chase based on that. And then Brendan Patterson goes around on the back straightaway. No, actually it's John Wilson getting turned. He makes contact with Michael Hegdahl. Going down the back. David Byrne does a nice job missing this. Brendan Patterson makes contact. Jake Smith. Chaos there as it involves Eric Burden. He was a must-win driver. Didn't look like he was going to be too likely. Jake Williams and the 01 as well. 11 makes contact. So does the 32. And then so we saw Eric Burden crunched. I guess he couldn't decide whether or not he wanted to be on pit road or not, and just runs into the pit wall. That will undoubtedly end the chase hopes of Eric Burden. We'll take you back to the green flag. Robert Pollard, your race leader. Now we're back. Big developments in the 3 cars out of the race after that wreck. Eric Burden, Time Pollard, and Kyle Sosnowski all retired. 2 of the 3 were must-wins, but Time Pollard, due to the fact that now he cannot catch up to any of the guys in front of him, is also eliminated because he does not have a win. And so all 3 of those guys were chase contenders and are now out. Aaron Smith is still 1 lap down. So is Jake Williams, Adam Derrickson, David Byrne, and Michael Hegdahl. Top 10 is now Robert Pollard, Danny Everett, Austin Ogo going for win number 4 on the season. Samuel Ogo, Kyle Thomas, Amy Shelley, Stephen Lewis, William Duncan, Sky Commons, and Kyle Austin. Sky Commons, an awesome job running in the top 10. He only needed to finish 27th or better. He's almost clinched a chase spot just by the fact that he's still on the lead lap. There's only 26 cars on the lead lap. As they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Danny Everett trying to find a way maybe to get by that number 02 Autism Speaks car. Here comes Austin Ogle for second spot. Going down into turn number 1 and off of turn number 2 now. Down the back straightaway. There you see it on Sprint Vision. Kyle Thomas underneath Samuel Ogle for 4th. Through 3 and 4, we're still green flag racing. Sky Commons making some moves. He's up to the 5th spot now. Or just, yeah, that is for 6th actually. Now he's going for 5th under Samuel Ogle. Austin Ogle has cleared Danny Everett. He's going for, and he's now into 2nd. Steve Pollard now making an appearance in the top 10. He's doing what he needs to do to try and make this chase. 3 wide in the back. It's Daniel Day, Amy Shelley, and William Duncan. That is a key spot, because if Daniel Day gets that, then he is actually into the chase. If William Duncan gets that, he's in the chase, and we might have problems on the front straightaway. No, we don't. And Sky Commons is into 2nd. Not only trying to clinch a chase spot, but maybe trying to get a win. They'll have 5 laps to go when they hit the stripe. Aaron Smith on pit road. He will be 4 laps down. Trying to chase down Robert Pollard. The battle for 4th right now. It's between Samuel Ogle and Kyle Thomas. Now it's Steve Pollard underneath. Austin Ogle's back there. Austin already in the chase. Here comes Mary Shelley. 4 laps to go now to decide the chase field. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. Down the back straightaway they go. Sky Commons chipping into that lead. Aaron Smith gets out of the way and goes down onto pit road. He can't even gain any more spots. He's that many laps down. 3 laps to go. The gap ever so... well, actually, he's just barely chipping into that lead. He's only gaining about 400ths. 2 laps to go this time by. We're still green flag racing, and it's now down to just under half a second there. Ugh. Can't speak right now. The drama trying to go. Where's Jeff James at? Sky Commons is going to get into the chase field, it looks like. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Robert Pollard. Down the back. The gap is really closing. Here comes Sky Commons. We're going to have a close finish here, I think. And Robert Pollard wins it. There you see him as they go off into turn number 1. Sky Commons will clinch a chase spot as he finishes 2nd. Sky Commons is in the chase. Steve Pollard will finish 4th. Where does the 15 finish? 25th, not going to clinch a chase spot. The 1, David Burden, no, he doesn't clinch. 23, Jerry Shelley, 1 spot off. I believe he will clinch, though, because with Time Pollard falling out, that actually increased where these guys would have to finish, because they would already beat Time, and it actually drops each of these down by about a spot. So, yeah, Jerry Shelley's going to be in the chase, because with Time Pollard falling out, Gene Sanford was 71 points back of Jeff. So I think Jerry Shelley's in the chase with that run. How about Aaron Smith? Yikes, 31st. We mentioned Time Pollard not going to make the chase. Kyle Sosnowski not in. Eric Burns not going to make it. Vito Corleone not going to make it. Oh yeah, let's go down the must-wins here. Robert Pollard was already out, so that also eliminates Allie Ann, who was still running but was in 21st. She is eliminated. It also eliminates Jake Smith and Nick Nalman, who surprisingly was actually leading the points before Kyle Austin joined the series and had the monster season. Gonna export this. Yeah, you see that there's already a race 26. That's because there's... Yes, I want to replace it. Okay. Brennan Patterson was nearly a must-win. He's not going to make the chase as well. The battle truly was between... Okay, Gene actually finished 26th. What was the gap in between them? It was 57 points, which... 19 spots. Oh, Gene Sanford making it by the... Oh my gosh! With... Oh my gosh, they're going to tie. William Duncan and Daniel Day are going to tie. And neither one of them scoring a top 10 today. This is going to go down to tiebreaker, where the first one is wins, then it's top 5s and top 10s. They tied in wins. They tied in top 5s, but Daniel Day has 2 more top 10s than William Duncan. He will make the chase. Congrats to him, William Duncan. Better luck next year. Oh, so sad to see that he will not make it. Or at least he won't make it on the wild card. We'll have to see. A great race here from Richmond. Seeing a surprise winner. His second win on the year for Robert Pollard. Steve Pollard, I believe, will make... Oh! I just realized something, that neither one of those two might make the chase, because if Steve gets into the top 20, he will claim the first wild card, and neither one of them had enough points to catch up to Gene Sanford. So, I believe the wild cards will be Steve Pollard and Gene Sanford. Enough with me guessing. Here are your point standings. I'm not going to actually show the full standings. So actually, here is your chase field for Season 1 of the INRL Coke Vanilla Cup Series.